All right. Let me know if you can see me. Can you hear me? All right. Are you seeing more than just? Can you see me now? I hope so. This is just me that's in here, which would be plausible. Okay. Let's hope that I stay live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. I went live again, and nobody but me is in here. There we go. No, and you can't hear anything. Okay. We're live again, and nobody but me is in here. There we go. You can't hear nothing? You can't hear anything. I got my. Okay. You sure it's not on your end? Nobody but me is in here. There we go. You can't hear nothing? You can't hear anything. I got my. Try refreshing. Huh. Okay. And nothing still? Okay. So can you hear me now? I know there's a delay. No, I don't have my man bat notes, but I'm going to try to do that from memory. I've pretty much memorized them. Okay, good. Perfect. So I know my normal crew isn't here. I'm kind of sad. They have personal issues that they had to work out. But I won't get into that. So if you have any questions that you want to know about Man-Bat or Mothman, I pray that I can answer them for you, because I'm not an expert, but I never claimed to be. If you have any questions about the decor, about why I changed everything up, ask. Let me just let somebody know that I'm on the air. All right. Sorry about that. I'm just wondering, Duck, how much do you know about Man Bat? I know you're not afraid of research. Why did I change the location? Well, I have this corner desk. It's been in my apartment for since I really just first started YouTube. And well, I wanted to change my room around, make it look a bit different. So I manhandled my desk. It's about a good 30, 40 pound desk. Um, put it in my corner of my living room. So it was time for a change. So not a location change, just a situation change. Hope that answered your question. If you're gonna ask why the change in chairs, a comic book character. Yeah, Batman thing. Yeah, there have been sightings of Man Bat. Most of it in Chicago. You know about that. But he actually, they're thinking that Man Bat, the real one, is not a man bat. It's actually a gargoyle. So there is a difference. Man Bat was created by science in the comic book. Man Bat or gargoyle actually has existed since the Mayan times when they prayed to bat creatures to have a child. They would sacrifice to them. Now, Mothman, we all know Mothman from Point Pleasant, 60, 60, 67. But there have been sightings of him in 2017. at the that big old explosion that reactor blowing up in Japan, which is rather seemingly interesting that he's been cited during cataclysmic events, as if this thing, Mothman, is a warning to what is to come. We know this from some even say he was rumored to be sighted before 9/11 happened between the two towers. Whether it's true or not, like I said, it's just a rumor. But I wouldn't put it past Mothman of being there. Now, when those bridges collapsed, I forget the name. Let me refer to my notes. Hmm, thought I had it in there. My bad. I guess I don't. But that bridge that collapsed, it collapsed twice. Once in '66 and again in 2017. It was seen there both times. And since then, it has returned to Point Pleasant more than once. Both during catastrophic accidents. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. And you're right. Nobody likes something like that. People don't generally like him at all. For some reason, you have to bear with me. Skype seems to want to keep popping up. Yeah, you're right. Nobody likes it because every time, like you said, he shows up, there's a disaster. And usually it either harms or kills a lot of people. And in a few cases, it killed a couple of people. But regardless, it is an event that not many people like to hear about, like that bridge collapsing. Oh yeah, he's even blamed for the swine flu in Mexico. I don't know why that was even in my research, but it was an epidemic, but not destructive. Usually it's a building collapsing or something, not some sickness. Like I said, the 9/11 one and the swine flu were rumors. Now, I did do a report on him being seen before that power plant blew up. I did do a report on it. Some of the old research. But, I digress. It's a lot of knowledge to retain. But if you want to get on the subject of man bat, now, he's been seen recent days, recent years, all mostly in Chicago, but also in France, Brazil, and even in the Philippines. He's been seen. It's been seen more than Bigfoot. It's been seen more than Bigfoot. More than 50, more over 50 times he's been seen in Chicago. More than 50. But now, Owlman, I have yet to do a report on him. He's been seen a lot in Chicago as well, but in many other places. Now, that's where it gets interesting if you want to talk about Owlman. Like I said, he's been seen in Chicago as well as Man Bat, but he's also been seen in different areas. You have to look up sightings of Man Bat, or you could just go to, I'm going to plug it, I'll type it instead of saying it. Hello, PA. What's in PA? You got to be more specific, please. Oh, more sightings in PA. Okay. Oh, never heard of Owlman. Well, sightings of Owlman are also similar to sightings in Chicago because they can both be mixed. Owlman seemingly has same red eyes and same wing type structure, but wider. Supposedly, it has wider eyes than man bat. Supposedly, the description is the same, but man bat has been said to have a 10-foot wingspan, as well as Owlman has a 10-foot wingspan. They get mixed up, so I'm thinking Man Bat is Owlman. It's just that they describe him as an owl because I guess the way he has a beak. But Man Bat has also been described as having a bird-like beak, but an ape-like face. If you ever seen the TV show Gargoyles, there is one on there that has a bird-like beak. He's the maroon-looking one. He has white hair. You'll have to look him up. But that's the closest description as I can give to Owlman, but also the description of Man-Bat as well. None of them say that Man-Bat is actually a bat. They only call him a bat because he has wings like a bat. The wings are on his back. He has claws. He has 3 to 2 toes. He is rumored to have horns. At one point, he was described to have horns. No, that is only in one description, and that was of in the 1800s. He was in a mine, and he had horns. It was rumored that he shot light out of his horns, but that was only in one account, so I'm not taking that as description base. But yes, there are females of this, but I'm not sure. No, 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 no. Bigfoot has not been seen in Chicago. Duck. And Bigfoot doesn't have wingspan of 10 feet. Last time I heard Bigfoot was a 12-foot tall, hairy ape. Man-Bat has no hair on him. Bigfoot is afraid of confrontation between people, as in Man-Bat has been seen hanging on a lamppost in Chicago, flying above people, flying off, not even. And no, it's not. If you bring me evidence of Bigfoot, of a 12-foot tall creature that can fly, please do. But other than that, no. Man-Bat has no hair on his body, not even on his head. So that shut that down right there, Al. That shut that down. So there have been more sightings of Man-Bat or Owlman or Mothman. Which one? Horizon. I guess he left. Oh well. But yeah, like I said, they're completely different cryptids. I'm calling Man Bat a cryptid. Yes, calling him a cryptid because he's been seen more than Bigfoot's been seen, and he's been seen out in the open, in plain view. I believe one was this lady and her two sons. They were walking home. They were walking home, and they saw a man bat on the other side of the street, looking like he was looking for somebody. They sped up nonetheless, and their mother said, "Whoever that thing was, complete evil. Whoever it is looking for, well, you can only imagine what it would do to somebody." Any more questions, Duck? Because you're seemingly the only one in here other than myself. This is why I don't like doing this stuff alone. But like I said, my partners in crime are not here today, sadly. Oh, that's what you were trying to say. Okay. Possibility. Possibility. They could be. Because there's not really much of a distinction between man bat and owl man. But I've done research on both of them, and I will be doing a show on owl man later. But next month it's going to be about goblins. I'm going to enjoy that because I'm going to be talking about a goblin that everybody's heard about, and then a goblin, two goblins that hardly anybody's heard about, and then one that nobody's heard about. One I have very little research on. The other two I have quite a lot. So the one that I have very little research on, I will do last, and I'll do with the one with the most first, and then one in the middle that they have at least the second most about in the middle, and then there will be a live show talking about goblins with my crew. We are supposed to be calling it American Monsters. They're gonna do their own show, I believe. I'm gonna be in it, but I'm not gonna be the host, but I will be helping with them. It's called American Monsters. They're gonna have all that stuff ready, hopefully. We got a lot of research in the live shows, but the Goblin is what I want to focus on next month because there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of them that not many people know about. Like you didn't know about Owlman. No. Not many people know about the other ones, like the knockers. But that's another. I'm not talking about women's boobs either. It's a completely different topic. But back to this. Hold on for a second. Have to put that on mute. There we go. Oh, thank you, Duck. But Man Bat is, from what I understand, about 7 to 6 foot tall, a 10-foot wingspan, and is gray or brown in color, with red eyes, a beak like a bird, and a face like an ape. And it has wings on its back like a bat. Has claws, 5 fingers like us, 2 to 3 toes. I guess it depends on male or female, like in some cases. Now, there could be a different version, because some have said a lizard-like face. A lot have said an ape-like face with a beak, bird's beak. I know from a friend of mine who knows somebody who saw one. It picked up a vehicle and threw it. So, yes, it has inhuman strength. Like, pick up the vehicle and threw it like it was nothing. So, it has possibly a muscular body. Now, I'm not going to get into much on Owlman because I will be covering that the month after next. And I'm going to try to figure out what we're going to do about not next month's live show, but the month after its live show. But that's neither here nor there. So, Duck, did you find anything? You got a couple of minutes left. I'd like to know what you found. Before I get off here. Because you know me, I only do an hour show. If I had my group here, I'd be a little bit longer. But, you know, it happens. But I'll continue to talk. See, when I first started looking up creatures for this show, I was thinking, what are the ones that were popular when I was talking about it? Man Bat was very popular. Mothman, I knew that would hit a key with a lot of people. Owlman, not many people have heard about it. I did research on it, found vaguely familiar attributes that Man Bat had. I did get asked a question. Gonna answer it now. Do I think Man Bat is Mothman? Okay. Well, I'm about to get off here anyways. And I'm going to answer this. No, because Mothman is very rarely seen. Man Bat is seen a lot. Mothman, we don't know what it does. We don't know what it eats. We don't know if it eats. But Man-Bat has been seen eating a cat. So we know it's a carnivore. Mothman sees destruction, foresees destruction. Man-Bat could quite possibly cause destruction. So, in conclusion, they're two separate beings. But with that said, I bid you all a good luck, good night, God bless.